Hi, I'm Anthony Stevenson. You're watching Read Between the Lines.
Al Haymon, boxing mystery man, seems to be methodically taking over the sport. With multiple new network deals, is he the savior that boxing so desperately needed? We welcome back Jesse Feret, Nicolas Macrozanaris, Anthony Cornelli. With this deal that he's signing now with network television, he's bringing boxing back. Any boxing fan will tell you it's exciting. It's finally back in the mainstream. Is this enough? Is he the guy that boxing needed? We'll go with you, Jesse.
You know, when you throw $20 million out to get 24 fights in, the guy's got a plan. And as a fan...
So you don't think this is a cash in? You think that this is a long-term plan with him? It's not only a one-time off?
I would think so. I would think that he's probably going long-term with this. It's starting out like this with the 24 fights. As a fan, I want to see this. I mean, if I could watch boxing on regular cable television, more the better. I want to watch that. I think a lot of fans would probably agree with that. I mean, I'll throw it to one of you guys if you disagree with that. But I mean, as the fan, the more boxing I can watch without having to pay for it or without getting the channels that I also have to pay for, the better for me.
And that's been a knock too with regards to boxing, that the visibility hasn't been there. You haven't had the best fight the best at their best, right? That's one of the things that people have knocked, but monopolies as a whole tend to be a little bit dangerous.
I have to agree with my man right here. I mean, he's not a stupid guy. He's got a degree from Harvard. He's an intelligent businessman. He knows what he's doing. If people think he's monopolizing the boxing world, that's fine. I don't think he's one of those over-the-top boxing advisors, as he likes to call himself. He's not a promoter, that are front and center above the actual boxer. He stays behind the scenes. He doesn't get involved with him promoting himself. He focuses on the fighters, and he's looking out for the fighters and their interest in trying to get them a lot of money and trying to get them more exposure by being on local TV.
And I think that with regards to him taking this move, I think the intention's right. I think it's a great move. The question is, can this work past the first or second card? We know the first card is stacked. We know the second one will be equally as great. The question is, in the third, fourth, and fifth, is it going to be enough to sustain boxing? Do you think it's a good move? Do you think that he's the guy that boxing needed to bring it back to the levels of MMA is right now?
I think boxing is, for me, the past couple of years, it was a turnoff. A lot of inconsistencies. To have somebody come in there and try to deliver something nice to the fans, I think for me it's a plus.
Do you think that the promoters have been the biggest issue, not being able to get the best fight their best? I mean, that's always been a knock.
I just think overall,
he's trying to avoid that, right?
I think overall, boxing was very unstable, unpredictable. There was a lot of weird stuff going on. If it's something more stable and a nice platform where they could showcase the boxers on national TV, that's fantastic.
Yeah, network television is definitely a plus for boxing. It definitely needs to go to that level. And obviously with Floyd and Manny going toe-to-toe in May, there's a lot of eyes right now. This is the opportunity that boxing has. The question is, does it have enough legs? Does it have enough power to move forward past a one-time deal on television? Will people tune in at their afternoon cards? He signed, I believe, either 6 or 9 afternoon cards on Saturdays. That's pushing it, right? Asking the fan who you're even trying to get during prime time to get to tune in on Saturdays.
I think the little rivalry that he's creating between he's involved with CBS, what's involved with Showtime, and that little rivalry between Showtime and HBO might make for better boxing in the future, because HBO is going to go out and spend that money to try to bring in the big cards, the big fighters, and he's trying to do the same thing with the people and the networks that he's working with, so it can only do good for the sport.
You kind of look at what the UFC has done over the last 20 years, and you see how they have the Fox Sunday fight nights.
Yeah. Friday night, you have a variety of events that happen.
Right, exactly, and that's on regular TV, and everybody tunes into that, and I feel like it kind of brings people more involved because they're able to watch anything that's on TV. Yeah. And then, then they get more interested to actually pay for the pay-per-view and do things like that. But I think this will actually help boxing. I think that adding more boxing so that everybody can see it is beneficial, because I think that's what the UFC's done well.
But do you think, I mean, the reason why the UFC format works well is also because of the way that they've structured it. They don't have 5, 6 different types of belts. They don't have guys who will not fight in certain belts. I mean, they have a very simple structure, and as they always say, simple is better sometimes. So it's not that easy with regards to MMA and boxing, but I want to switch gears, guys, because after the break, we're going into our Pretender Contender segment to see who can be the Canadian Athlete of the Year. You guys are going to be shocked with what I have to say. When we come back, stay with us.
Read Between the Lines is brought to you by LavalCosm.com. It's ball hockey time.